General George S. Patton was one of the most famous and controversial figures in U.S. military history. Known for his bold and aggressive leadership style, Patton played a key role in both World War I and World War II. His reputation for being an unorthodox and charismatic leader made him a legend. Here's a deeper look at his life and legacy. Early life and background. Born November 11, 1885, in San Gabriel, California. Education. Patton attended the United States Military Academy at West Point, where he graduated in 1909. Early military career. He initially served in the U.S. Cavalry, gaining experience in the Mexican border campaign in 1916 and later in World War I. Patton was one of the first officers to train in the use of tanks, which he would later become a pioneer of during World War II, World War I. Although Patton was not a major figure in World War I, his early experiences shaped his future strategies. He served in the Tank Corps during World War I and was wounded in action during the Battle of St. Mihiel in 1918. Patton was known for his forward-thinking use of tanks in battle, advocating for aggressive tank assaults to break through enemy lines. This innovative approach to warfare earned him recognition. World War II rise to prominence. Patton's leadership in World War II cemented his place as a military legend. His boldness and unconventional tactics made him both a celebrated and controversial figure. North Africa Campaign, 1942 to 1943. Patton's first major command in World War II came during the Allied invasion of North Africa in 1942, specifically in Operation Torch. He led the Second Corps of the U.S. Army to a successful campaign in Morocco and Tunisia. Patton quickly gained a reputation for his aggressive tactics and fierce determination to drive the enemy out of North Africa. His ability to inspire his troops and turn around a defeated campaign earned him the trust of his superiors, but also led to a famous confrontation with British General Bernard Montgomery over leadership tactics. The invasion of Sicily, 1943. In 1943, Patton commanded the 7th Army in the Sicilian Campaign, which was part of the Allied invasion of Italy. His forces swiftly captured the island of Sicily, though his controversial behavior, including slapping a soldier who had been diagnosed with battle fatigue, led to a temporary reassignment. Despite this, Patton's success in Sicily reinforced his reputation as a dynamic and relentless leader. D-Day and the Normandy Campaign, 1944. Patton was initially given the role of commander of the U.S. Third Army just after D-Day during the Allied invasion of Normandy. After the invasion, Patton was instrumental in the rapid advance of Allied forces across France. His forces broke through German defenses and liberated large swathes of territory, leading to the liberation of Paris. His aggressive push across France and into Germany earned him the nickname Old Blood and Guts due to his fearlessness and high-energy tactics. The Battle of the Bulge, 1944. One of Patton's most famous moments came during the Battle of the Bulge in December 1944. In the face of a surprise German offensive, Patton's forces executed a rapid counterattack that turned the tide of the battle. His ability to mobilize his army quickly and fight with speed and ferocity was a testament to his leadership. His Third Army was key in relieving the besieged town of Bastogne and helping to break the German offensive. Final push into Germany. As the Allies closed in on Germany, Patton's Third Army advanced deep into German territory. His forces were instrumental in capturing key German cities and contributing to the eventual collapse of Nazi Germany. Patton's leadership style. Patton was known for his unflinching confidence, boldness, and sometimes ruthless tactics. He believed in aggressive, fast-moving attacks, often catching the enemy off guard with his tactics of constant pressure and movement. Patton famously said, "A good plan today is better than a perfect plan tomorrow," emphasizing the need for speed and initiative in combat. His discipline and focus on maintaining morale among his soldiers were legendary, but his style could also be abrasive. His verbal outbursts and strict standards often caused friction with other commanders and his superiors, controversies, and legacy. The slapping incident. One of the darkest chapters of Patton's career was his involvement in the slapping incident during the Sicilian campaign, where he struck 2 soldiers suffering from battle fatigue. This resulted in a temporary removal from the front lines, but his actions were somewhat justified by his belief in maintaining the mental toughness of his troops. Post-war occupation of Germany. After the war, Patton was put in charge of the US occupation of Germany. He had controversial views about how Germany should be treated after the war and expressed concerns about the growing threat of Soviet expansion in Europe, which led to clashes with the US military leadership. Death and legacy. Death. On December 21, 1945, Patton died from injuries sustained in a car accident in Germany just months after the end of the war. His death was surrounded by mystery, and some even speculated that it may have been an assassination due to his outspoken opinions on post-war policies. Legacy. Patton's legacy endures as a symbol of aggressive, relentless leadership. He is remembered for his unmatched ability to motivate and lead soldiers, his battlefield successes, and his larger-than-life persona. Despite his controversial personality, Patton's impact on military strategy and the outcome of World War II cannot be overstated. His leadership was instrumental in turning the tide of the war in favor of the Allies. Patton's story has been immortalized in books, films, and documentaries, and his name continues to be associated with military excellence and the spirit of determination in the face of overwhelming odds.